assault her until her boyfriend came out the bathroom and almost unalived him.
I just got slapped while delivering an Uber order.
That resulted in me being grabbed and being trying to be put into the back of the car.
You all, in today's video, I have 3 different experiences to share with you all today. 3 different women came out to talk about their experiences. And what are their experiences? They're talking about, or trying to remind us, the danger of these males in our society, how we should be careful and you should be vigilant and you should, be at alert, because we live in the days whereby you don't know who is going to harm you, especially these males, right? They can just want to, stalk you and do some things that might hurt you. Anyways, let's go ahead and watch this video together. And yeah, I just feel like this is a reminder for us to be at alert at every given time. Let's go ahead and watch this video together, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Hey y'all. So a couple months ago, I went by to visit my sister. Now I knew my sister wasn't home because I had been talking to her on the phone. So I was going to meet her at her apartment. So I go on upstairs because I have a key to her apartment. As I'm opening her apartment door, I see there's a package in front of her door. So as I bend down to pick up the package, I hear an apartment door open a couple doors down. This man steps out, young guy steps out. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm good." He was like, "Yeah, she ain't home. She left about an hour ago, her and her son." I said, "Oh, yeah, I know. Okay." I said, "I'm her sister." He was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Yeah, they brought that package probably like 15 minutes ago." I said, "Oh, okay, thank you." As I'm trying to go into the apartment, he was like, yeah, she got home early today. Usually, she don't usually get home to such time. And, sometimes Kobe we with her. I don't know where he be at, I said, "Oh, okay." So by this time, I'm done talking, Tammy. So I go on in the apartment and close and lock the door. My sister comes home probably about 20 minutes later. So when my sister comes in and she put her stuff down, I said, "Look here." I said, "I think you need to move." She said, "What you mean?" I said, "That man that live a couple doors down, when he heard me put the key in the door, he opened the door and he's telling me about your schedule." So she looks at me kind of weird and she goes, "What man?" I said, "That man that lived 2 doors down on the other side." She said, "I don't know who you talking about." So I open her apartment door and I point to the door. She said, "I don't know who lived there." I said, "Well, you don't know him, but he knows everything about you." She was like, "Really?" I said, so I'm telling her the conversation. She was like, "Yeah, that's weird." So she says, "Yeah," she said, I don't like that." She started feeling very uncomfortable. So we go online, and she ends up finding a new place to live. So yesterday I'm talking to my sister. And again, this was a couple months ago. So yesterday I was talking to my sister. She said, "Girl," she said, "I ran into one of my old neighbors." I said, "Oh, yeah." She said, "Yeah." She said, "You remember that guy?" I said, "The weirdo?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Yeah, what about him?" She said, "Girl, why was he arrested the other day?" They found out he was peeping in people's windows. Not only that, he was breaking into people's houses, and he broke into one house and the girl was there and he tried to sexually assault her until her boyfriend came out the bathroom and almost unalived him. I said, "Oh, wow." Let me say this. Some neighbors can be really great. But if you have a neighbor who knows more about you and you don't even know who that neighbor is, that's where the problem comes in. Okay, hey, Cookie Crew, I love you. Bye.
I just got slapped while delivering an Uber order. And I actually didn't do anything wrong. For real. There was too many drinks and the restaurant didn't have any drink carriers. They ran out, but I had enough drink holders in my car, so I was like, it wasn't a big deal for me. So I get there, and I hand the guy the drinks. I was stopped by a man. I hand the guy the drinks, and he drops it. He like just didn't like hold on to it or whatever, and he dropped it. And his initial reaction was, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "No, it's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine." He drops another one. Really? He was like, "Really, bitch, you can't just fucking help me?" And I was like, "I'm sorry. I tried to offer help." And then he just slaps me. And like, sure, karma's a bitch. Like, the rest of his drinks dropped. But I've never been slapped before. And I don't know what to do. Like, I'm homeless. I'm just trying to make money on Uber. And it makes it really hard to continue. So, I'm just waiting for my boyfriend right now. What'd you say?
Your boyfriend must be lucky to have you. I hope he takes good care of you. You live with your boyfriend?
What'd you say?
You live with your boyfriend?
I live with a few roommates.
Oh. Do you think it'll be possible for me to see you again?
To see you again, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe you'll get another ride from me or something.
I don't know. You don't get this luck to me carry a beautiful girl like this all the time. But won't you give me the opportunity to see you again?
Maybe.
Maybe? Can I get your number or you get my number?
Yeah.
My number is 614
Okay.
680
680
1269.
1269. Okay, and what's your name?
Dustin?
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna give a little backstory. So I just got picked up from getting my hair done. I got a silk press. It's silking. And it was going well at first. He was just asking like, how are you? You know, blah, 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 random things. And then that's when he started getting weird. He was looking at me in the rearview mirror, just like staring. And he was like, I can't take my eyes off you. Like, you're just so beautiful. You're just so gorgeous. I was like, oh, thank you. You know, and then he just kept going. He was like, do you have a boyfriend? I was like, yeah, I do. I don't. And then he was like, oh, like, he's so lucky. I wish you didn't have a boyfriend. You shouldn't have told me you had a boyfriend. Again, just the awkward, haha. Yeah. He was like, your boyfriend is very lucky. He's very lucky. And that's when I realized that I needed to start recording, because this is being reported. And by the way, I did report it. I called Uber safety hotline, whatever, and they're looking into this. But yeah, I mean, the first like moment that he just started like flirting with me, I was just like, yeah, this is not gonna go well. And even just like the question, like, who do you live with? Like, you live with your boyfriend? Like, that kind of question just was a red flag to me automatically, because there are reasons why they ask you that. Yeah. Why men ask you that, okay? There's been many stories. Mm-hmm. There's been many stories, and that question has always been asked, because then they know if you're an easy target. Yeah. If you live with other people, you're not an easy target. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said, I was like, oh, I live with my roommates or whatever, just so that it was clear that multiple people lived in my apartment. The creepiest part to me was when he was asking, like, if he could see me again. He was like, won't you let me see you again? And he was just staring at me in the rearview mirror. Like, his eyes just like, I don't even know what it was, but it just looked like bad news. That's what it looked like. But yeah, that really scared me. I was just like, oh, you know, a lot of people say, well, just say no. Like, a lot of men, like, they're always saying just say no. By the way, mind you, this is what I'm wearing. For anyone who's gonna ask. No makeup on, no nothing, okay? The most I was doing was being nice, because that's what you have to do. You can't always be rude. You can't. Like, it's, I know people say to say no, but that is not always the way to go, especially when you have no escape plan. Like, if you're in the back of someone's car, you can't exactly just say, no, leave me alone, like, being rude, because normally I am rude, very rude to men who try to approach me in a weird way. But that resulted in me being followed before, literally followed out of the place that I was in, and just being watched the whole time. That resulted in me being grabbed and being, like, trying to be put into the back of the car. That resulted in me being, okay, so I don't want anyone to tell me that I should have just been mean or said no. That's not how it works. Sometimes you have to play along, because who knows? Like, you never know what their intentions are. You never know what they're thinking. Like, oh, I want an opportunity to see this girl. So if she is being rude to me and doesn't want me to, if, like, she doesn't want to see me again, I'm gonna make sure she sees me again, you know? You never know how they're thinking. I don't want to even know. I don't want to know. I just want to get it over with and get out of the car, you know? There was not much for me to do in that situation. Mind you, at the end, at the drop-off point, thank God he didn't drop me off at my exact drop-off point, right? Because, like, in like the maps or whatever, it put a different drop-off point. It's like a little walk, so thank God he doesn't know where I live, but he knows the area. I was literally, like, ready to get out, but I think he had the child safety lock on. Grabbed the door, and I was, like, looking at the door. I was like, where's the locks? I wish I got a video of that, but I wasn't. He was looking at me. Like, it was hard to just, like, actually record like that. But it was, like, a weird lock, so I couldn't just, like, flip the lock. Tried to open the door, and he was like, hey, like, text me first. Like, text me so I can have your number. It's like, oh shoot, like, what was it again? Because in the video, like I showed you, I wasn't actually looking, like, I wasn't actually putting in the number. I didn't expect him to, like, text me first, like, oh gosh. So I'm like, oh wait, did you get the text? Oh shoot, I got the wrong number, you know? Whatever. And then I texted him, he was like, okay, and then unlocked the door. Waited for me. Did not want me to get out. Did not want me to get out until I texted him, so that he could have my number. And obviously that's, like, a huge red flag. Like, you're not supposed to flirt with people that you're driving with anyway. But yeah, he's really creepy. You see how easy that was for him to, like, keep me in the car? It was really easy. All it was the child safety lock that does not allow you to unlock the door. That's all it was. So just imagine if I said, F off, like, don't talk to me, you know? I don't want to test it out, because, you know what, my knife was in my other purse. I had my pepper spray. I don't trust my pepper spray. I want something that I can, you know? I didn't have that with me, so that was a big no-no. I wasn't playing around that day. I was like, nope, not playing around. If I don't have the necessary weapons I need, I can't do this. Like, I can't be rude or even test it out, like, what he might do. So, but yeah, this is just to bring awareness. Girls, be safe, okay? Ubering alone. I've Ubered alone many, many times, but it's not always great, okay? Because sometimes you get men who are just Too much. Like, this is real stuff. Like, there has been many people who have been sexually assaulted in rides. Don't test it. Honestly, the best way to do it is to just be nice. Obviously, if they're like telling you, come to my place, like, let's go to my place instead, that's when you like put a guard up, maybe call the police. But I wouldn't. Please be careful out there. It doesn't matter how you look, what you're wearing, what you said. It doesn't matter ever, okay? Their actions are what matters. Nothing else matters. They shouldn't be acting like that. And that's why I'm scared of men. I choose the bear.
There was a comment I saw in the last video, the lady that was the Uber driver, from a lady in a comment section in that video on TikTok. They were like, well, so what did he do wrong? Like, the man didn't do anything wrong. Do you think the man did anything wrong in your own perspective? Do you think the man did anything wrong, or he didn't do anything wrong? Let me know down in the comment section, because some people might find it like, okay, like there's something wrong if he likes you and is flirting with you. But some people we see it as danger. For someone like me, I see it as danger because first of all, why do you want to know she stays alone, right? A strange man asking you if you stay alone has a meaning, right? They want to know if they can come to your place or if they can easily get you, because he's going to drive you to your house. So he's asking you if you stay alone. To me, that's the red flag, especially if you're in a particular place, probably a different country or a different state for the first time. You don't disclose this kind of information. Oh, did you travel alone, or are you staying alone? You're never alone. Like that. I feel like that's the number one thing you should know as a lady. If you're alone, if you're alone at a party, don't act like you're alone. Act like you came with a man. Act like you came with your friends. Act like you're not alone like that, because the moment they know that you're alone, you're easy targets, and that's just it. I feel like that is where I was like, why is he asking if she's alone? He can ask if she has a boyfriend. That's normal flirting. If he likes her, I don't see anything wrong in saying that. But then, why does he have child lock in his car? And I feel like this is one thing we ladies are supposed to know. When you want to enter an Uber, make sure there's no child lock. Make sure you can open the car from the inside. Make sure you check that the handle, everything is working perfectly well. Make sure you check the plate number, everything. The face, the driver, everything is complete. Don't let the driver tell you, oh, let's go offline, oh, let's do this, oh, let me pass this route, I know this. It's that you calm down. It's better for you not to just be stranded or you just go and stay in the closest hotel close to you. I don't know, but I just feel like that child lock thing could have meant so many things. Imagine she cannot get out of the car unless he opens the door or he unlocks the door at his own end. That's danger, because he can decide not to till he do whatever he wants to do. He can have any kind of objects with him till he does whatever he wants to do with her. Then he'll be like, you know what, go. He can even take her anywhere and she cannot get out of the car. So ladies, I just feel like this one is like a warning. Whenever you enter Uber, just try and make sure you can open the door from where you are. You can wind down, you can open the door, you can, because I don't trust these males. Because a lot of stories we've been hearing, Uber driver, I'm so scary. Then the first video talking about your neighbor knowing you too much that you don't know anything about. You don't know who stalks you. You might just be living your day-to-day life. You don't know who is stalking you. Just imagine that as she didn't listen to her sister and she just decided, like, my sister, you're overreacting, that it's just a neighbor, it's just being friendly. She would have been the person that he did that to, because later it was in the news, or she heard that he was arrested because he tried to, sexually, those things. Anyway, it could have been her. So it could have been her sister that they did that to if she had not listened to her sister. So you don't know your neighbors. You don't know what your neighbors are. You don't know how. You don't even know who's stalking you. You're just living your day-to-day life. So I just feel like this is you just need to be safe out there. Just like a friendly reminder But ladies, we need to be safe out there because you don't know who is watching you. You don't know what someone has plans for you. When you're going out alone, always be at alert. Always, In fact, there was a video I saw, and when you're feeling somehow strange, especially that Uber one, right? When you're feeling somehow a little bit strange and you're alone in the Uber, it was at night, there's a fake voice call. You call your boyfriend or a man, oh, you're coming to my house, just to make the guy, not disturb you, right? Because most of them, when they see that, oh, you're alone, or probably they picked you up from a party or a club, they assume that you're tipsy, or they just want to take advantage of young girls. And that is what most of them do, right? And yeah, what is your take on these 3 videos that we watched? I really feel sorry for the woman in the second video that got slapped. It's really sad to watch, actually. Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section respectfully. What is your take? How do you think we can, play safe in the environment nowadays with these males that are outside and all they want to do is just, SA, grape? Because you cannot even tell them no. Because telling a guy no that you are not interested is war. So someone like me, I don't even have your strength. If you ask for my number, I'll give you so that you will not shoot me, because the way men are shooting women now, just because you say no, you're not dating them, they don't take no for an answer. So I'll give you my number, but I'll block you. That's just it, because I don't know. What's your take on today's video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. It's your favorite girl again, Mara Davies. Don't forget to like and share. Please subscribe, you all. Let's get to 40,000 and turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified once I upload another interesting video. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.